Hello, hello, beautiful souls. How are you doing? I hope all is well with you. Beautiful souls. God always has us in our moments, in our seasons of isolation for God's reasons, okay? Sometimes we know and sometimes we don't know. But to your enemies, they thought that when God put you in isolation and you being hidden, you're not really showing up to certain functions or going out anymore. You don't really care to make friends anymore because we already know how that story goes most of the time. They thought that you were defeated. They thought like, oh, we got her, we got him. Like they're afraid. Your enemies really thought for a while that we were afraid. You were afraid of them, and it's like, why would I ever be afraid of you? You're weak. You are extremely weak. And that's why most of the time you got to go tell other people. You got to go get other people to help fight your battle, which is not even a real battle. It's literally a one-sided beef because the blessed don't argue with the miserable. Okay? And that's what most of your enemies are. They're miserable. But they thought that when God hid you to again preserve your light, to protect your light, that meant that equals defeat. That equals being scared. Your enemies, they celebrate each time you decide to lay low, especially like if you don't post on social media. You're not, like I said, you don't go out places, you're not taking pictures, videos of proof or evidence that you're living your life. They take that as of, oh, we must have won. Oh, she's scared to post, he's scared to post, they're not doing nothing, they're depressed. Like our witchcraft, our prayers against them finally manifested. Like we're finally got them where we want them. And as I said in previous videos, silly rabbits. Silly rabbits. Tricks are for kids. We are never, ever, ever defeated. We will never be defeated. As long as God exists, which, hello, Alpha and Omega, beginning and end, as long as God exists, we are always going to be here. We will never die. Even when our avatar has to retire, our spirit, it will never die. Our light will forever, for eternity, shine. And that's what they don't get. A lot of people who come up against you, they have the brain the size of a pea. They don't really have good intelligence to them at all. And that's why they decided to come after you, because they thought you were going to be just like their other victims. Yeah, because you're not just the first person they chose to come up against or attack. There's plenty people like us. But the difference, we're chosen. And when God tells us to do something, we listen. So if we're not going out or posting as much, so if we're not posting that much or going out doing those things, it doesn't mean that, oh, we're somewhere down in the dumps. No, a lot of times as a chosen one, you have to go within, meaning you gotta isolate. It's not just a one-time occurrence. It's probably something you're going to be doing throughout your life. There's times when I'm out and I'm doing exactly what God has called me to do, and that is be a light worker and a healer. And then there's times where I gotta pull back. I gotta pull back into me, because if not, your energy will be completely depleted and drained. And when you know better, you do better. But like I said, for your clown ball enemies, they take this as like a sign of defeat, which is so funny because they have an obsession with you. Anyone who hates you spend time their whole day, their whole life just thinking about ways to get at you, destroy you, do it. They're a confused fan. Like I said, there's a thin line between love and hate. And most of them hate you with no actual cause. Those are the real ones that actually love you. Maybe if you all had an actual fallout for a legit reason, which 9 times out of 10 it won't be your fault. Not gonna speak for every single chosen one, but for the most part, like I said, we're not going around here doing people dirty or wrong. More than likely, we're the ones being screwed over, unfortunately. So when these fake enemies, because someone else commented something and they're like, I don't even have an enemy. If you don't like me, you're just mad. That's between you and God. But baby, I wish you well. Just not over here. Just stay from around me. And yes, it's like when you identify them, like you give them power, and it's like, baby, you're not even important enough to be an enemy, to be an actual enemy. It's actually pathetic how much time they spend thinking about you, plotting on you, discussing you to other people, who I'm sure are tired of hearing it. Okay. And that's another video in itself. Most of the time, when they're going to continue talking about you to the other dum dums that's in their circles, eventually they get tired because they're like, girl, that girl, that guy, they still going. And they're not thinking about you. And if anything, it's embarrassing seeing them continue to shine and climb up the ladder while you're still somewhere sitting in a corner mad and depressed about them. Like a lot of us, we live rent free in their heads. Like seriously, they can't go one day without thinking about you, but they hate you, right? Yeah, it's very, very confusing. Most people that I don't like or stand, I honestly don't even think about them at all. Only if their name was to be brought up, if it, like I said, if it's a family member asks about another family member, or if I was friends with a circle and then I cut off two or three people, then maybe every now and then the name will come up. But other than that, it's like other than that, baby, I'm living my beautiful sunshine life. I'm literally being a light of the world like God has called me to do. And you're over there pissed off and mad, but still watching. Like, how are you watching someone showing up for someone every day that you swear up and down that you hate? Just like you have neighbors who claim they don't like you, but then every time you're coming home or you're getting groceries or doing something in the neighborhood, they're just constantly watching out for you or trying to do weird stuff. Like if they live over top of you or they live below you, doing making weird noises and doing stuff trying to disturb your peace. That's because you got them bothered and shaken by your presence. So many people are intimidated by you. And I've done videos on that, but I think that needs to come back around. Your intimidation makes them even more mad because they know when they go around people, no one's intimidated by them. They barely even get attention. When they go out, no one cares. When they're in their friend circle, no one cares. But if you were to come around, you're going to steal the show every single time. And they know that. That's why they're looking out for you. It's like you make their day in a sense when you don't show up, but you also make them upset because they're still wondering what are you doing. But as soon as you pop back out on the scene, oh, they are disturbed. Their peace is no longer there. It's gone just by your presence. And that's how you know that they're wicked because we're light. We are good. We are of God. And you're mad and irritated by the presence of us. But you're celebrating and so happy when we're not around. And they're so arrogant to think that our isolation has something to do with them. I remember the gang stalking losers who tried to come after me a few years ago. They thought when I went into isolation that I was afraid. And baby, no. God was just God was putting you in that slow cooker. God was putting you in that crock pot. And you was just so busy worried about me that you didn't even see what was going on right in front of your face. All of them slow cooked. Every single last one that came up against me. Slow cooked. Toe up. Good. That's what's going on with the people that trying to come up against you that don't like you. That claims y'all are enemies. That y'all beefing. When most of the time it's one sided. If they was to actually be able to sit down with you in a room and look at you one on one, they would fold. They would easily fold. They'll be saying, "Oh, it's just I just didn't like when it wasn't like I actually had a problem with you. Like they're gonna start retracting statements and saying they sorry and it's a misunderstanding. But where they're at right now, like I said, online or gossiping about you at the job because they doing all that because they got a little audience. But like I said, if y'all was able to just be you and them in a room one on one, oh baby, they will fold. They're gonna be falling to their feet like, oh, can you sign my autograph? Can you sign your autograph? To the people that don't like you and just literally have to watch you every day, they want your autograph. Like you are a celebrity to these people. And the thing is, it gets to the point that they're so obsessive that yeah, they will try to do something harmful to you. Just like you've seen what happened with Selena, how that woman was so obsessed with her that it turned into hatred, and hatred turned into her being unalived, unfortunately. That's literally how it is. So maybe the best idea is not for them to ever be in a room with us alone, but we ain't worried about that either. Because like I said, God not having that. But I'm just saying that it's just crazy how they act when you disappear for a little bit. It's like glory, it's like victory. And as soon as you pop back out again, their day is gone to crap. Okay, I know what I'm trying to, what I'm about to say, but their day is gone to literal crap, and it's all because you exist. You're that powerful. Your existence makes people angry. That is such a beautiful thing. I used to be really sad. And I mean, some people might say, well, that's not beautiful. And I understand that, but that's just the way I'm deciding to handle it. It's not, but it's the way I'm choosing to handle it, because what can I do about it? Am I going to go cry somewhere? No. I'm just going to embrace how powerful I am. Like, your enemies are almost giving you like a boost. Like, wow, my presence makes you this upset that your life is better when I'm gone, when I'm isolated, when I'm not showing up, when I'm taking a vacation at work, when I'm going off somewhere doing something else and I'm not able to make it in. You're so happy. And like I said, the foolish thing is they celebrate and think that their evil against you has happened. And God is going to show up and show out for you every single time. All you need to do is be still. Chosen one, never think you need to retaliate against anyone that doesn't like you, anyone that has it out for you. That's a them problem, especially when you know your heart and your intentions are pure. And each time it's happening to you, it's almost like I said the other day, it's another test. How are you going to handle this? Are you going to go off? Are you going to be ready to fight? Are you going to be extremely irritated? I think the best answer is to just stay happy, remain happy, and be thankful that you're not them. Be thankful that God blessed you with a peace of mind, a piece of like your heart. Like, your heart that beats inside your chest is actually real. It's not like you're going down the yellow brick road and you're like the Tin Man, or you're like the lion and needs some courage and stuff. That's your so-called enemies. You need to take a little trip down to the Wizard of Oz. Get an actual real heart. Because the wickedness that they're spewing out at you is honestly, it's really ridiculous. And as I see in the comment section, you guys are tired of it. But just be still. Just keep trusting God. And I know it's a journey. Life is a journey, especially as a chosen one. It's not like a sprint or a race. It's a real life journey. And we're going to come across all types of weird, evil, bad energies because of the light that God put inside of you. But your job is to still keep going. Pay them no mind. Stay prayed up. Because there's nothing they can do about it. Whether you're in isolation or you pop out, it's nothing they can do. It's nothing they can do to stop you. Your happiness is their misery. Your presence is their misery. So especially if you're someone thinking out here to be like an influencer, if you want to get online and stuff, don't hide yourself. Don't hide your light. Every now and then, of course, have your time, but baby, pop up, and show out. That's what God's called you to do. Okay? All right, beautiful souls. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Let them think that they defeated something or they're doing something. And like I said, you just show up with that beautiful smile. I know your smile is beautiful. Just show up. Just show up. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up, okay? Um, Thank you all so much for your love and your support always. I appreciate every single last one of you. Even if I cannot get to your comment, I love you. And I do appreciate your support from the bottom of my heart. Seriously, my whole heart. Remember who you are, okay? You're a beautiful soul. And don't let anyone ever convince you otherwise. God bless you in your life and your journey. We are one. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, okay? I'll see you right back tomorrow. Remember who loves you. I love you, but God loves you so much more. I'll see you tomorrow.